35. So that would be L6, and that is on page 12 of your agenda. Approval of a resolution of support for the Early Learning Coalition of Monroe County and their appeal to the Florida Legislature to amend the school readiness program eligibility criteria to increase access for children in need of early childhood education and to increase child care provider reimbursement rates statewide to offset higher operational costs incurred by early learning programs.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Sandi Bisceglia. I'm a retired teacher and administrator from the Florida Keys school system, and I'm still volunteering in two of our middle and upper Keys schools on a regular basis. Today I'm here as the Early Learning Center rep for Miami-Dade Monroe Main Board, and I'm also the chair of the Monroe County Advisory Group. We have 38 daycare/preschools here in the Florida Keys, up and down the Keys, many of which also serve as after-school care centers. Some are in schools, some are faith-based, and many are private businesses. All serve working families, many from the restaurant, the hotel, and the retail industries. We thank you today for your support of this resolution, and I'd like to thank David Rice in particular for meeting with our CEO, Avilio Torres, and I back in November to initiate this 4-page draft, which is in front of you today as a final proposal. This resolution seeks to amend the school readiness program eligibility criteria for low-income working families to align with Florida's growing economy by adopting income requirements based on the state median income as opposed to the federal poverty level. The federal poverty level does not work for South Florida or Monroe County. In response to inflation and the workforce shortage, employers have increased wages, which has resulted in many lower income families working no longer qualify for school readiness programs. So the current eligibility policies create affordability challenges for many families and what's called the benefits cliff that acts as a deterrent. Anecdotally, we have at least 1,500 families in South Dade and Monroe combined who no longer qualify for help for their children, their younger children, because the current standard is too low. So this forces working parents in many cases to either not accept a raise or advance in their career, or take the raise but relinquish daycare for their child, and then their child ends up in a piecemeal system. With aunt one day, grandmother another day, sitting in the break room where their parents work another day. You know, it's very complicated for young children and parents. So the programs serve a dual purpose. It is an early education program as well as a workforce support program. Our programs help employers retain staff, and it reduces employee absenteeism because parents have comfort knowing that their children are in a licensed, safe, and nurturing education environment as 2-, 3-, and 4-year-olds. The program not only supports employers and working parents and the education of young children, it also supports Monroe County's early education programs, which improve quality and child outcomes. Early education programs, we all know, are critically important to ensure that a child has the greatest opportunity to succeed in school and later in life. So in closing, this 4-page resolution in front of you, which we thank you for considering today, will urge the Florida legislature to provide increased funds to increase child care provider reimbursement rates statewide, which will offset higher operational costs incurred by the 38 providers in the Keys and those across all of Florida. But of course, we're here today to talk about the Keys. So this resolution will ultimately be presented to the governor, the Senate president, the House Speaker, and the chair and members of the Miami-Dade and Monroe Counties state legislative delegations. So thank you very much for helping us. We appreciate it. And after today, I did speak last night to the Monroe County School Board on the same issue, and they thank you as well. And I'm going to start speaking at the Chamber of Commerce Board's meetings to tell them that we're going to advance this resolution, and if they have a legislative platform, if they would kindly consider including this in their legislative platform. So thank you so much.
Any comments?
Thank you, and I will move approval.
Do you have a second?
Second.